Hello everyone, how is everyone doing today? Today is October 13th, 2025. It is a Monday. Today, if it is your Monday, hello, welcome. It's not your Monday, maybe it's your Friday. I don't know. Everyone, we are playing this. Everyone, we are playing Trails in the Sky first chapter. We are near the very end of the game. We had just gone to the dinner party, and now we finished the dinner party. We talked to Colonel Richards, who found what he wanted to find in us, and we're like, what the fuck do you want to find? But we didn't ask that. And thus, we met with Hilda, and Hilda said she can totally get us to see the Queen, and so we are on our way to see Hilda, to see the Queen, and I'm very excited to see what happens. So I hope you are excited as well. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Oh yeah, the gardens. The terrace. I wonder how they keep that carpet clean, right? Because that must be a lot of work to keep that carpet clean, unless it's mostly sunny. Well, that means that it's gonna rain. Then, like, what do you do when it rains? Or when it snows, just like replace it. I was watching some Trails of Cold CO2 this morning. I was telling my wife some parts about Vita. Oh wait, I need to look that up. Hold on one second. I was watching it and they mentioned Dukayan mentioned a name that is extremely familiar. I have a computer. I just don't remember who that person is, and I think they are on Behind the Voice Actors. Not 100% sure though. So Elliot, Elisa, Reen, Laura, Marcus, Eustace, Gaius, Fee, Emma, Milliam, Sarah, Toval, Claire, Sharon, Toa, Almar, Celine, Angelica, no, George, Elise, Victor. Oh, Arnor. Oh, that's because it's the last name of the king and queen of it. Oh, okay. Let's go, shall we? Right, hold on one second, everybody. Also, I have uploaded videos. I have them on unlisted. I have not made them public. They will be, I promise. It's just, even this the days, even this is, I've been so on the Skies of Arcadia kick that I just haven't wanted to do anything related to this. But I do have videos. I've VODed them. They're uploaded. So it exists, I promise. Promise it exists. There you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. We kind of got caught by Colonel Richards. Did you now? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Oh, yes. That letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Cassius's children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know our dad too? He used to come here when he worked as Jenna Morgan's at Decamp. The fuck does that mean? I think I looked it up before. I don't remember. Military officer acting as a confidential assistant to a senior officer. Yeah, okay. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late prince's, Her Majesty's son. Late prince?
Princess Claudia's father?
Yes. He was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Would that he were still alive today, none of this would be happening. Well, you don't know that for sure. Huh? But lament on what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shia. Oh, hey, aren't you?
Shea, right?
Yes. Thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. I've been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia!
That shouldn't pose a problem.
Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What?
What do you mean?
Estelle is going to need to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. A little plain with her hair and you'll blend right in. Oh, I get it.
Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be ideal for sneaking in.
Huh. Me and maid outfit. It's too bad Leela isn't here to see this. Cute, breezy, and easy to move in. Well, it's not that easy to move in. It makes cleaning more difficult than it ought to be. Oh. Really? Well, let's get this sucker on me.
Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the queen. You won't have to lean on me this time.
Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. Is there really that much of a difference between a fancy dress and a maid outfit?
That's different. It was a play. I can't appear before the majesty in women's clothes.
Oh, you'll be fine. It's not at all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess.
Not that. Cut the jokes, will you? Hilda, Shay, help me out here. Say something. Anyone?
I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shea, don't you have the extra hairpiece designed for the princess? Yes, I've never used it though. He has that full dark hair, so it would probably look good on him.
Hey, hold on a second.
Well, it looks like it's 3-1. Vote majority rules. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room.
Okay, wait. No one ever said anything about me having to change clothes. All right. If I have to change, I can do it myself. You're not planning on using makeup too, are you?
Kids these days. Oh my. Ta-da! What do you think? I think it suits her very well. Such a bright, active maid in training. And after only just coming to the castle too, you currently have me convinced. And with the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Granso Castle for real when this is all settled? Well, we already work as bracers, so anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out here.
No chance I can talk you out of this.
None at all. You're just making this take longer.
Fine. You're impossible sometimes.
Sparkle! Well, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world.
Please, just say you're done.
Well, I suppose so. I'll show you to the royal keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. We're finally going to meet the queen in person.
Yes, this is the do or die moment. We just have to stay focused and get to the royal keep.
It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit.
Well, excuse me. This was your idea. I can't believe you got the nerve to pick on.
Sorry. Don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay?
Not like you. Not obsessed with food.
Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. Oh, they get along so well, don't they? We're out of time. Let's go to the Royal Keep. Look at us. Oh, I'm acting as Hilda. Well, that's cool. This way, I think? I don't fucking know. Everyone, it is the 19 minutes past the FR. You know what that means. That is time for the first of the day. This is when we as a community come together into one physical action that makes us feel more like a community. Physical action is cheering, which means y'all need something to drink. So if y'all could go ahead and grab your favorite drink of choice. Whether that may be coffee, tea, beer, water juice, kombucha, papaya juice, watermelon juice, infused water, infused milk, infused coffee, mixed berry juice, chai tea, lemonade, scotch, gin, whiskey, rye, rum, bourbon, brandies, Bailey, chips of cognac, wine, champagne, moonshine, absinthe, sake, or vermouth. And everyone cheers. We're making it through the weekend. Tink. Coffee. Well, let's go. Zane. I was reading the ADHD book, and it's like, here's just some very common tips. General tips for people with ADHD, and one of them is do not have caffeine or nicotine ever. I'm like, no. But it makes sense because the argument makes sense. Argues that because caffeine and nicotine restrict blood to the brain, that means that just the brain is going to act slower in any way. So it keeps the brain going by not having coffee. I'm like, how the fuck do I get stuff done then? Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The situation is taking its toll on her, it seems. That's a pity. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Excellency ordered me to hire some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? You're pretty cute. Thank you. Oh? Why do I get the feeling we've met before? Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking of untoward thoughts. I'd rather think that His Excellency and Colonel would disapprove. It's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that. All's well then. Now will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please go ahead. That was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you prefer, I'm going to show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Boy clothes now. Oh, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with what we had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it is Princess Claudia's bedroom. It looks exactly the same as all the other ones. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so this room is all but unused. Oh, no kidding. But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then. You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the Royal Keep. I'll take you there. Look, we can go everywhere we want to, mostly. What's this way? Anything here? Any treasure? No. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I brought the two I've spoken before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter, as you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in. Right. Pardon us. Oh. I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Oslis. I'm the 26th monarch to the nation of Liberl. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation.
It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty.
Estelle and Joshua, I've truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I've prepared some tea. Please have some and relax. I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. A pitch-black orbit capable of negating all other orbital energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it?
The professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything?
I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worried about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, but what is this vague idea that you have? I suppose there's no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, that was when the 100th Day War, right? A massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Gransel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate.
Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers?
No. Far deeper underground than that, in fact. High derivative. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned. Wow.
So, it was a bona fide artifact then?
What do you want, derivative?
Most artifacts I know have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and then again, you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom.
And something like that is beneath Gransel? So, what does this tell us about the gospel?
Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions. Could it do that?
Yes. However, the precise purpose of the relic below the city has never been made clear. Professor Russell conducted an informal study on it, but it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could even know of its existence.
I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way.
Man, I thought things were finally starting to look up, but now I can't see the bright side of anything. Well, I guess that's what we just do, though. Everyone experiences something sucky. Just call the bracers. But the Colonel has to be stopped, so we'll do the job. I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter. Huh?
You're acquainted with her father, Your Majesty?
I do enjoy some coffee. I do enjoy how, as Estelle and Joshua are going on this journey, they meet more and more people who are acquainted with their father. And every time they are extremely surprised that somebody as high ranking as the Colonel or anyone else would know Cassius, right? Since he's a bracer, they just know, I don't think they even knew he was in the military until someone told Estelle, and she's like, wait, what? No, that's not right. Can't be my father. My father is a dumbass, not a dumbass. This is a klutz or something, I don't know. He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. After retiring from the army and becoming a bracer, he has done many favors for me. Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told. Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then that is the role that I meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Yes, absolutely.
It is no indulgence, Your Majesty.
10 years ago in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. Oh my god, what's the south of Erebonia? 10 years ago, where the fuck is the south of Erebonia? Erebonia. Where'd the dice go? Where's the dice? Sorry, everybody. The thing I fidget with is what did I do with it? There it is. Why is it there? Can I zoom? Let me zoom in. Damn it. Geography. West Sumeria, bordered to the east by Calvard and to the south by Liberl. So Liberl's to the south of Erebonus. Erebonus to the north. And to the northeast by Nord Highlands. It is bordered north along Isengard Range, west by Bartlesey. That's fine. The lake serves source of Trish River following south into the south. You are not helpful right now, buddy. All I want to see is a map of the damn place. Why is that? Just give me a god fucking damn map. That's all I want, please. Tritzgate, Church Branch Line, Parma, Arias George, St. Arc. Heimdall. Lake Longhorn Castle, Arcade Viscount. Okay. Huh. I wonder where that is, though. I don't know. I was about to close that. I don't want to close that. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion in Liberl. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100-Day War. Just as the Emperor made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Haken Gate. In what seemed like a scant moments, all of Liberl became occupied territory, save for Grancel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements of Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Grancel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of the hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol model airships had just been developed. They were used in sweeping campaigns to cut off the Imperial Army supply lines. Then the Royal Army used naval strikes from Leysen Fortress to retake major targets. Zeiss, Buran, Bose, Roland. Once their supply lines were severed, the Erebonian forces were swiftly crushed. Yeah, it's General Morgan, Cassius, and Colonel Richards. And the one behind the plan for the counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bray. Oh, okay, so Colonel Richards is at the same level. And what there's, I think, 4 or 5 between them. Ranks, army ranks. So Colonel was there. I see. So basically, they were right below the general, right? Because the army has in the U.S. is Brigadier General, Major General, Lieutenant General, General, and General of the Army. And so if they were Colonel, then most likely I don't think this has 1, 2, 5 levels of generals. So I think General Morgan is the Colonels are to them. That's cool. And the one behind this plan for the counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was her father. He was the superior officer to General Morgan's right-hand man, Colonel Richards. Afterwards, with the intercession of the Septine Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in the world. Oh, Lena. Your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffensive. The rest, I believe you know. Cassius was unable to come to terms with the loss of his wife. God, yeah, it'd suck if I lost my wife. No. I had no idea. In spite of all his successes in the military, he could not save the woman he loved. In his grief, he left the military and took the path of the bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left, you. He did this so that he himself could protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. You could even think that.
Estelle.
Yes, you are correct. Given that all he has lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so, I'm sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I've wished to apologize to you for a long time, but you don't need to apologize. Your Majesty, you hope to restore peace to the country, just like Dad and all those soldiers who fought to protect it. And Mom protected me with her life, so that has to be enough. Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I'm grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person, now more than ever. Majesty, however, that is why I do not wish to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourselves from any dealings with this matter. What? Lieutenant Swartz asked us to help you. I thank you. I'm grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius' absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask that you only go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. But
if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, that would have held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze.
Joshua?
You are not incorrect in your matter of the gospel. But if the colonel succeeds and the duke becomes the new king, then what will become of the peace? I ask only that you consider that.
Your Majesty, right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter and the package, and we've been running around all creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back the whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives, just like you. Just like Mom and Dad. I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. Estelle, it seems she was right about you. What? I, too, am ready. I would like for you to... I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty?
My liege. You will do whatever you... What does liege stand for? Imagine I'm going to learn English and seeing EGE and it's like, pronounced EGE. Like, what? Liege. Concerned with or relating to the relationship between feudal support and a vassal. Noun, a feudal superior or sovereign. Sovereign, a supreme ruler, especially a monarch. A former British gold coin with £1 sterling, now only minted for commemorative purposes. Sovereign, possessing the supreme or ultimate power. Similar to the nation of its affairs, acting or done independently and without outside interference. Archaic, literary, possessing royal power and status, or dated, very good or effective, a sovereign remedy. Huh. Etymology is so, not elemental. Etymology is what the study where the words came from. That's so cool. We will do whatever you ask.
Inform them that I am a prisoner of the intelligence division and I need rescue. Also, Tell them that the same holds true for my granddaughter, Claudia. Ah, so the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes, this coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne.
In other words, Duke Dunnan was out of the running.
Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of the nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean toward the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. Unfortunately, there are those who would object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some.
Some, including Colonel Richards, I presume.
Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with the passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to the coup. This was all staged so that Liberl would become a strong military power, with the colonel ruling from the shadows.
I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture.
So if Liberl becomes a militarized country, what would happen then?
A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. What does levied mean?
Because I keep hearing that too as a term for like getting more money. A levy. And impose a tax, fee, or fine. A new tax would be levied on the industry. Archaic enlists someone for military service. He sought to levy one man from each parish or service. Noun, an act of levying a tax, fee, or fine. And historical, the act of enlisting troops. Oh. Well.
War weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. A note of the contract with Jägergor would be legitimized, and currently it is not recognized.
Oh no! Indeed. The colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of a genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects these lands. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations, to the benefit of all.
I feel the same way, Your Majesty.
Yeah, makes sense to me. The colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic, and so he demands that Claudia abdicate her claim to the throne in exchange for her safe return. Abdicate.
Abdicate.
Of a monarch, or renounce one's throne, fail to fulfill or undertake a responsibility or duty. Renounce. Formally declare one's abandonment of a claim or right. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare oppress the colonel. But I am the queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Majesty, please try to relax.
We here comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her.
Thank you, both of you. This makes me believe that the threat of the colonel will be brought to an end soon. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the colonel's true intention with it. Whew. Wow, that was a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old.
Cool. Did you actually just call the queen that? Still, She definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country.
Yeah. I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her.
That's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first. We do whatever we can.
Right. But I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share. Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh, yeah. Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight. Whoa! Is it really that late?
The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda?
Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesies.
Oh, that's not fair. But please relax. We are patriots to the core.
That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. Pardon me.
By your leave.
By the way, ladies, I don't think we ever got your names.
May we ask them?
I am...
That's a very modern name. Pardon me saying so, but it just doesn't sound right for you.
Ain't that the truth?
How about you, miss? You may call me Karen.
Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name.
You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it. I guess you'd be talking like a girl. So what? I'm rather fond of it myself.
Are you now?
All right.
We're the Swishmlops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean at least not from us. Please be safe on your way home. Meow, 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 meow. My feet are cold. Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name.
Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation.
Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence here.
What's all the noise about?
Oh, Duke Dunnan.
As late as the court.
You maids, you don't look familiar. These are the two of the new hires who I'm instructing. This is Dorothy, and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Do you recognize us?
Not good, given how many times we've run into him. It'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us.
Come now, Philip, enough of this staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you, stiff upper lip and all.
Please pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes are playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy.
It's no bother.
Please don't concern yourself.
You know, I stop and look. I say you're both quite lovely. You with brown hair, a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you'd look best with that raven hair of yours even longer.
I'm honored.
Yes! Dorothy, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. What?
Your Excellency.
Ew, I don't want to serve him tea.
I don't think tea is what he once served.
Your Excellency, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All the maids in the castle work directly in service of Her Majesty, Queen Alicia. I trust that you've not forgotten. I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside the time for some fun then.
Your Excellency, please no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to your excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for.
But I said I was joking. Enough! I'm going to bed.
As you wish, Your Excellency. Your room is right over there.
Oh. All right, Dorothy. Just let me know if you have any problems. Anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give. Thank you very much. Ha! Ha! Aren't you cute? Good. Good. I know that's not cool talk, but I really don't give no fucks.
I apologize undeservedly for all the fuss. His Excellency will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease.
I should certainly hope so.
I am truly sorry, Madame and young Mrs. I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave.
I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves.
I see.
He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? But that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge.
Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you.
Oh, please. I like to keep food in my stomach, thank you. Oh, right. Back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late?
Well, you see,
Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matters of tea, and all gentlemen should never request in polite company. Y'all, I'm gonna get some socks. Stay here, please.
So many new words. Elucidate? Elucidate?
Make something clear and explain.
Elucidate.
Elucidate. Elucidate. Fancy. Huh? Come closer. Hilda whispered something into Estelle's ear. Now do you understand? Yes.
Hopelessly, completely hopeless.
Thanks for everything, both of you.
If it were not for you, I don't know what we'd have done.
Please. It was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes. I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She always treats me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her.
Shall we be going?
That's true. That is very true, isn't it? With all the talking we've done to everybody and all the NPCs and side quests, we're at 60 hours. Like, I didn't think this would have reached Trails of Cold Steel 2 levels at all. Although Trails of Cold Steel was like more like 90 hours, I think. Like 57 episodes. Dude, that was fucking long. And what might I inquire are you doing at this late hour?
Captain Amalthea.
Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't you think it's a bit late for you kids to be out walking around?
Please pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this. We couldn't resist taking an urge to look around.
Oh, that's certainly understandable. So, where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. I don't know, I'm really going on the let's look at words thing. Edification, the instruction or improvement of a person morally or intellectually. I admire your honesty, so let's not waste time on games. I did in fact receive several reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters. Do you not think it's a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What?
You don't think that questioning someone like that, when you already have the facts, is a little cruel?
I'll take that as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly.
Well,
Oh, Estelle, Joshua. You've been here the whole time.
Zane. Oh, Zane.
Whoa, now that's the stuff. You're drunk.
Sorry. Hey, we ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice. Someone like that we meet up again, eh?
I suppose.
So what's going on? My students are causing any trouble?
Students? No. It's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business, simply as a security precaution.
I totally get ya. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Joshua, kids find anything to eat? No. The cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maids if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh well. I guess I'll do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You won't come join me for a drink? I mean, hey, then goes with the drinks like a beautiful lady.
I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand. Of course.
It is late. We should probably just get to bed.
Very good then. Now, if you'll excuse us.
Oh, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room.
Right.
We'll go with you. I really had you going, didn't I?
What? Zane, aren't you drunk?
I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop.
No way. Your face had gone all red.
He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. Some with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh. I'm surprised you're familiar with it, but hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes.
You're an evil, evil man, Zane. Okay, sure, you did help us out. Would you also surprise the hell out of me?
Sorry about that. So, what's the story?
What story?
I wouldn't thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the queen?
What, wait, what? How did you?
Did Elnon tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have guessed. So how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time to show you this.
Zane produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua. What's this?
I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot.
Okay.
Dear Zane Vathek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaeger Corps is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seems to be influencing matters inside Liberl, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberl and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberl before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There's a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I will be most grateful. I will return sometime after the festival, and I hope on that day we can enjoy a drink together. Cassie Sprite. P.S. You may have a chance to meet my son and daughter. They will be apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training.
You needed to bail them out of a tight spot, so much as to help them find the strength to overcome.
So, Dad actually asked you to come to Liberl, which means he's in Erebonia now.
That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it. What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along. That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again. I suppose.
When did you realize that we were his kids?
I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Estelle's technique with the bow staff. I asked Killica about it, and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if she said something about it at all. We've been worried sick wondering where Dad's been.
I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything, but I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Besides, do you really think you could have handled something this major all on your own?
I guess not. Joshua, aren't you going to say something?
Yes. I think I should explain where we're coming from. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own after all.
Estelle and Joshua told of how they managed to speak directly with the Queen, as well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Claudia.
I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking to the party. All right then, I'll help you out with that little request.
You will?
Yep. I think this is my ideal opportunity to settle my debt with Master Cassius. Please let me help.
We'd be glad to.
Thank you once again.
What is this place? I never would imagine that something like this even existed. It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind to show us the way to the lowest level? Yes, sir. Whoa, is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well. So these must be archaisms. Holy shit. You took out the thing in one stroke. You were the quickest to react. You are indeed. Truly force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. It's clear you studied under a master of great skill. I am humbled. I still have ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time awaits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. Tomorrow, we will forge this kingdom's future with our own bare hands. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberl. I expect only the best from each of you. By your orders, sir, we have the special ops who work for one as the colonel. For the glory of Liberl. For the glory of Liberl. Diddly-diddly-diddly-doo. I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you're able to deliver the Professor's message to Her Majesty in person. We just got lucky as all. The real question is, how much longer is our luck to be on our side?
Yes, we're really gonna have to stay focused.
If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. 20,000 Mira and 17 BP. Now then, Zane. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. It's my duty as a master to assist in a major affair like this. I'm with you until the end. Oh, I knew we could count on you, Zane. By the way, what's this A-rank business?
It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. There are 7 ranks ranging from G on the bottom up to A on the top.
So that's the highest rank you can get? Wow. I never knew you were such a badass, Zane.
Well, I may be A rank, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A rankers across the continent. But above that, there is an informal S rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. And there are only 4 of those on the entire continent.
Whoa. Not even sure I want to think about what they can do.
You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius.
What? Okay, Joshua. You're not going to tell me you already knew this, right?
I'm sorry, but yes, I did. We solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago.
Oh, I swear, it's hardly worth getting upset about anymore. Royal Army soldier, hidden hero, master swordsman, S-rank bracer? If he's really so damned awesome, then it'd be sure be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case.
You may be right. If he were with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible.
Joshua, what's wrong?
Just think about how strange this is. The whole chain of events apparently started with a dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least that's the impression I have.
Oh.
So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire? Am I correct? No, that'd be overthinking it. I don't believe he'd be misled without realizing that something was up. I just never was able to really understand why he did some of the things he did.
Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close.
I don't think that Colonel Richards have ever managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely just that the 2 major events happened to overlap with each other.
Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grancel branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. What? All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty, the Queen. The 3rd article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all Bracers in Grancel, including Zane, of course. Oh, okay. If you come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have cooperation over the other branches, but the checkpoints haven't completely sealed off as of today, ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity. What?
So basically it amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt.
This may be to stifle any activity on part of the Royal Guardsmen in hiding as well as ourselves. We're going to conduct a rescue operation. We'll have to do it with the resources on hand. Oh, fun. But we're up to it. So, do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be the Herb Royal Villa. Well, that's the building in the forest, right?
Would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counter-terrorism, few would question it. It's unlikely the Queen and Princess could be on a place like Glayston Fortress. I just want solid information whether the army is all we'll be facing. If we're wrong, then we're going to get slaughtered.
Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any braces currently in the royal city. In the meantime, I ask everyone else to obtain as much information as possible. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with the reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Niall?
Yeah, we should see if he's picked up on anything significant.
Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it will be greatly appreciated. So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia.
She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So, off to the cathedral then?
There are 4 other braces in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing.
All right then, off we go.
That was so much. That was so much talking. Holy shit. so much. Okay. We have 131,000 Mira. We have so much Mira and nothing to do with that. I don't need to buy anything. I guess we'd buy all the ingredients we needed, but I mean, what's the point of that, right? Okay, I guess we're gonna do more talking, I guess? I don't know. I wonder if the women returned or not from the two places that were missing their like wives and stuff. Hello. Excuse me. Analyze. Well, if it isn't seeing any of the new recruits. Back from the castle already? Well, yeah, I guess we are.
Annalise, could we have a moment of your time?
Huh. You hear something juicy you're looking to share with me? Well, if by juicy you mean spit your juice all over in shock, then yeah. It's a real juice bomb. Ooh, you have my undivided attention. Should we be talking about this here, or should I be sitting down for it? Huh.
Just to make it absolutely clear, this isn't a joke. Things could get serious in the bakery, and if they do, we'll need your help.
Let's see. Sorry, my head's just a little scrambled from how screwed up this whole situation is. I don't really get all of this, but you want everyone to meet at the guild, right? Right. I don't know, fill you in on the details. Okay, then I'll go see what's up. What's that? Wrong way. Talk with everyone else in here. Maybe someone else will say. It's all the thing about the girl, liking her sister, can sell lots of tea and stuff. Ooh, we have a new one. Issue 9. All right, Liberl News Issue 9. Featured story Victors Decided. Crown goes to an unlikely team. When the last of the special ops units slowly sank to their knees, the referee raised his hand and the entire arena erupted in fanfare. The competition, which got off to a rocky start after the change from single to team matches, had yet another unforeseeable surprise awaiting eager fans. In the form of a team of unlikely victors led by Zane of the Calvard Republic. Was there anyone out there who could have anticipated such a feat? A martial artist, 2 bracers, and a musician, an unheard of combination to say the least. Yet this group that advanced to the finals and took the crown by defeating the elite of the Special Operations Unit. Which just goes to show it's not over till it's over. The winning team members continued to work effectively by leveraging their individual talents in complementary harmony with one another, playing off of each other's strengths. The competition itself was an event replete with powerful, heated battles and unique team dynamics. which ended explosively to thunderous ovation. The Liberl News wishes to honor the valiant efforts of all those who participated in this year's proceedings. Winning team invited to the royal banquet. In a ceremony held at the conclusion of the competition, the winning team was awarded a cash prize of 100,000 mira and an invitation to the royal banquet. This formal dinner will be hosted by Duke Dunnan von Osles. The mayors of each city and other various persons of influence are also scheduled to attend. Society. The Queen shows signs of recovery. The Liberl News has been informed that Her Majesty the Queen, who has been recuperating, is expected to return to her official duties soon. The anniversary celebration, which was in danger of being postponed, will now assuredly be conducted on schedule. In recent days, with the unsettling news becoming the norm, it is certainly wonderful to receive such joyous tidings. Society. Intelligence Division steps up defense. The search for the officers of the ex-Royal Guard, accused of acting as ringleaders in a series of terrorist-related incidents, has proven to be an onerous one. And after making little headway, the Intelligence Division decided to station members of their unit within the royal city in a move to further step up defensive measures. All security positions covering Gransel Castle are also expected to be relegated to the same unit. Society. Ancient dragon sighted? Reports have made their way to our news desk regarding the sightings of an enormous silhouette making its way across the sky above Ravenu village, located in the northern part of Bose region. Public speculation revolves around whether or not the object in question is, in fact, the ancient dragon which has been living in the world since before the Great Collapse. According to statements by a number of researchers, the Bose region was the last place the ancient dragon had been sighted, giving further credence to the claim that the great creature may still presently be living among us. Research concerning the ancient dragon has also begun to take a leap into the public spotlight as of late. These purported sightings have, of course, only fueled researchers' excitement. Yay! Issue 9. Wow, where is everybody? You have ingredients, don't you? No, you just have accessories, but we have all the accessories we need. What? Oh. Here we go. We need 4 of all accessories. Oh, that was also a 3? Oh, we don't need silver rings, so I'm gonna fuck up that. It's like, you never know when we need to be, protect against status ailments, you know. Carla has a daughter? Oh no, Carla, not Karna. There's also the History Museum. No, this is the port. Past the History Museum. Sophia. for the good of the people. Right. La da 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 do 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 do. Damn it. Do 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 do. How'd you get letters? Unless, like, I don't know. It was like, how did the letters get from Bose to here? Unless, of course, the dude letter was the last one on the ish before Bose closed down. Dude, you done it! Ah! Everyone loves a Duke Donning. Not really, actually, but still. Do. We did enjoy it. Thank you very much for asking. Do. Hello, post person. I'm not in the way, you are in the way of me. Military person. Oh, you're not here. Wait, what? What the fuck? Was that the post person that just passed me? I didn't see because I saw the who, where, what? Okay. Okay. I'm like, what? It's like I saw the talk symbol. We're gonna go everywhere except the news station. Oh yeah. Ba-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Meow, 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 meow. Just keep patrolling, just keep walking. Ba-da-da-dum. Ba-do-do-do.
And who might you be?
We're members of the Bracers. The Bracer Goat, I mean.
We're looking for Sister Ellen. Where are you now? Might I guess that you share complicity with her then?
With a nun you know.
He's asking if we know her real identity, Estelle. We're here with information she asked us to find. I'm sorry to say she's no longer at the cathedral. See, she came to say goodbye to me this morning and left.
Where to? I mean, do you know where she might have gone?
If only I did. I've been close with the royal family for many years. She's always regarded me as a friend and confidant. But this time she refused to give me any detail. She no doubt wished to keep the church from getting too deeply involved in whatever is occurring. I see. I wouldn't worry though. She had the light of hope in her eyes as she departed. What's up, Mom?
No. Each city has its own music. And so this is the music for Grancel. Grancel? Grancel. Grancel. I don't know. But yeah, this is music for the city.
I'm confident she was not running away to wallow in despair, but for a more noble cause.
Well, that's good at least. The thing is, we kind of need her to stay in touch with the Royal Guardsmen.
Well, begging for rain in the desert will get you saying we should probably go. Best thing we can do is covertly keep an eye out for the Royal Guardsmen. Not the most efficient plan, but there seems to be all we got.
Okay, why did you retract the message there, YouTube? Whoa, what? I changed YouTube to go live chat and all your messages have gone. That's annoying. Oh, now it came back in again. Okay. Oh, there we go. Boom, done. Okay.
You seem to be between a rock and a hard place, as they say. Always remember that Adios helps those who help themselves. Do all you can, and Adios will surely take care of the rest. Hard and honest work will always lead you down the right path. Oh, I know, right?
Dun 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 dun. Oh, no. Newly cloistered nun. Okay, down. Time to go to the lower part of this area of Grancel. We're gonna go to the reporter's last. I mean, I don't have to. Last one, am I doing, Darren? I guess. Yeah, if you worked hard, you'd have the money, but you're not working, buddy. You're talking about how you're going to go to work, but that's it. You gotta actually go do the work too, buddy. Butterbur. This is weird, Chief. We haven't heard anything in 2 days.
Well, he does tend to get completely wrapped up when he's looking for the big next story. Given how close we are to a state of martial law, I don't much like that he hasn't contacted us either.
Oh, hi. Hello, Dorothy.
Pardon us.
Oh, gee, perfect timing. Good afternoon. We're here to talk to Niall, but I'm guessing he's not around. That's what we were just talking about. Actually, Niall hasn't shown up here today or yesterday. No word from him or anything. Huh?
Yesterday or today. We spoke with him in the evening 2 days ago.
Really? What do you mean, really? You gave us the message to meet him for Adios' sake. We came here to talk with him after the semifinals. Oh, right. Now that you mentioned it, but did he say anything to you? Like, where he was going?
Right, I remember what happened. Got a call from someone, then he said he had to leave.
Are you serious?
Yes. We haven't seen hide nor hair of him since.
Oh no! I can't believe Niall's dead! Who said he was dead? Today's when all the airliner traffic gets shut down. Everything was normal yesterday though, so maybe he went to another province. I already inquired with the airport's passengers registry. There's no sign of him. So I figured he has to still be somewhere in town. You two were the last ones to see this reporter fellow. Were you talking to him about something for a news article? Huh? These are the times we live in. Controlling the media is a big deal for the military. What do you think, Chief? I certainly can't argue with that. Particularly in the case of the intelligence division, they monitor and censor everything we do. You wouldn't believe how frustrating it is. Which means that you can't get much information for your stories. But it's in a reporter's nature to want to get as much as possible into the hands of the readers.
I see. So we're going to check out the new subject that the intelligence division hasn't started censoring yet. What was the last thing you told us about?
I think it was about...
And the Duke mentioned something about it at the dinner party.
Oh, Niall was talking to you? It must have been one little story he was chasing. You mentioned having to get some evidence at any cost.
How did a reporter like Niall even learn something about that? I'd have thought that something like he would have known of the royal family.
Well, he did say he's friends with someone who works in the Herb Royal Villa. Completely off the record, but the terrorists are supposedly after the princess. So she's secretly stayed in the villa for her own safety. I knew it.
The veil is lifted. Maybe the person he was talking to was his friend in the villa, which means that Niall was probably there too.
You don't say. Well, if I know Niall, he probably tried to worm his way in for an interview with the princess. And if the soldiers saw him, they'd have arrested him on the spot. No! Niall's a goner! Why do you keep coming back to that? But if he has been arrested, getting him out isn't going to be easy.
Yeah, I'm betting that he and the Princess Claudia are pretty much in the same situation.
What exactly do you people know? Do you have inside information about what's going on in this city? In all of Liberl? Sorry, but we can't really talk about that.
Just let the bracelet go to take care of Niall. If he's been arrested, we'll see that he's been released.
All right. Please do whatever you can. Please, everyone, you gotta bring Niall back. Leave it to us. I am happy I got all those answers correct. No, I don't want to go back in. No. I don't care about I don't care about Connor. Do diddle do diddle do diddle do. Do 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 do. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Zoom, zoom. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Mama now meow meow. Da da. That's a way to rhyme, I guess. What's up, kids? Fisherman's Guild. So they're at the map. You've been in the map for a long time, good person. You know that? Are you aware of how long you've been standing in front of that map for? Like, what? Where are you looking? That's the Bracer Guild, which we don't need to do right now. But we will eventually. Hey, it's Grant. Well, if it isn't the big bad champions. I hear y'all spent the night at the castle. Frankly, I'm surprised to see you back so early. Did you eat anything good? Yeah, we did. That's not what we're here to talk about. Oh, something on your mind? Explain the situation and the request from the queen. Holy crap. You're not pulling my leg, are you? We are not. Every word is true. I'd stake my reputation on it. If Zane the Immovable is moved by this, that's all the proof I need. I'll do whatever I can to help. Count on it. Thanks, Grant.
We'll meet at the guild to plan our strategy as soon as possible. So if you'd please head over there when you can.
Understood. Go well, friends. I'll catch up with you there. Hi, Karna. Hey, look who it is. Oh, you've got old man Zane with you. What's going on? Well, it's a long story. Oh, sounds serious. Explain the situation and the queen's request to Karna. You're not pulling my leg, are you? I must admit, I did find it a bit odd that all the gates and ports and such would shut down. So, what did you want with me exactly?
Well, we need to get everyone together and formulate a plan. So if you would, please meet us at the guild.
Gotcha. I'm already there. So now all we need to do is find Curty Boy. No. Storeroom, nothing. That's okay. Nothing has been in the storeroom since we've been here. I mean, there's stuff really, but nothing I can interact with. Sure, that's just boring. No, no, no.
I wish I could remember that time a little better. It's like there's thick fog blinking in the whole thing.
Oh, hi, Kurt.
It's good to see you here. Hi, Estelle. Hi, Joshua. Oh, Zane's with you too.
Didn't you know that you were going to the dinner party at the castle yesterday? That was when these two rookies took on a pretty major assignment.
What major assignment? I think it's best if we tell you more or less the whole story.
Joshua explained all the circumstances that had led to the request from the Queen.
You're serious?
Of course we are! That's why we really need your help.
Oh no, that's not it. I admit I'm shocked at Her Majesty's request of you. The black ornament that the Colonel has, it's real.
Kurt, what's wrong? You look awfully pale. Whoa!
What in the world?
Step away from him. Huh? Shade. Lift. What was that? Didn't even touch him. And he acted like he got electrocuted.
It's a special spirit channel breath technique. It allows the user to directly affect the target's body without direct physical contact.
I don't normally like to be so rough, but time isn't exactly on our side. How are you feeling? Actually a lot better. I can't remember every detail, but a good bit of it's coming back. I'm a little unsteady from the shock, but I think I'll be alright. So what do you remember? Didn't I say so before? There was an accident around 3 months ago.
You lost your memories while you were working, right?
Yes. Someone had asked me to check up on those men in the black outfits. I took something suspicious from them. It was the black ornament.
So the person who gave you the assignment?
Yes. It was your father, Cassius. I wasted no time in packaging it up and sending it to him. That's really as far back as I can remember. So, the K on that package was you? Yes. I think I also remember there being a note that said to have Professor Russell analyze it. I get it. Package was delivered to you two.
Do you remember anything after that? Anything that happened after you sent off the package?
Yes. After I left port, someone called out to me. And then, that's no good. It's still one big burglar. You're probably best off not pressing your luck. It's likely to just cause strain that you can't handle yet. Yes, alright. I'm really just amazed that I was able to remember anything at all. Which brings us to a bigger question. You could have done this. Maybe those special ops people?
It's possible. They did use that nasty poison on Gate after all. As if they're manufacturing and testing new drugs. Maybe they made something to cause memory loss.
Now that's not a cheerful thought. Plus, there's the Sky Bandit's boss, and Mayor Dalmore to consider. We have to be really careful.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything really useful to tell you. I know that Her Majesty asked you to do, so I want to help if you'll let me.
But are you sure you'll be okay?
Sure. My memory beat me like a sieve, but physically I'm fine. I owe you for your help, so please allow me to make it up to you.
If you're feeling up to it, sure. We need to work out a strategy for now. Let's meet back at the guild.
All right, you have my thanks.
And my sword. And my axe. That is everybody. We'll see how far we can get. I'm not gonna be able to get that far in talking at the guild. It's gonna feel like 10 minutes of talking probably. Which I don't have because I need to have a meeting with my boss at 9:30. Sucks. The other braces are already assembled. Have you heard from the Royal Guardsman or the reporter? Sorry, sir, no contact.
But we believe we've gathered intelligence we need.
Joshua explained everything he learned from the cathedral and the Liberl News HQ. I see. We can conclude with fair certainty then that Princess Claudia is inside the villa. Regrettably, we can no longer wait for the Royal Guardsmen. Hopefully they are safe. Shall we get started then? Yes. Everyone, we are to consider this a rescue operation. Are we all up to date on the pertinent details of the Intelligence Division's planned coup d'etat then? Given this information, we should consider ourselves under contractual obligation to Queen Alicia. This is all so ridiculous. Those good-for-nothing cowards will make my blood boil. I was suspicious of those special op troops in the beginning, but I really trusted Colonel Richard. And he was behind the Sky Bandits and Mayor Dalmore. We got completely snowed. Not the best pep talk I've been given before a fight. Can you all be counted on to cooperate in this assignment? Damn straight. Just lead the way. I owe this guy some black eyes. Rhyme unintended. Count me in for sure. This is gonna be good.
We've got strong allies who will prevail without a doubt.
Now let me explain the details of the mission. We have to move fast, as there are lives at stake here. It's going to become a show of force before long, so we need to focus on capturing and holding strategic points if we're to win. Got it. Brute force is all we've got on our side, but we play it smart and strategize on the fly. That's all we'll need, right? How will we be divided?
We'll split into two groups, a decoy team and a rescue team. The decoy team will draw the attention of the main forces, while the rescue team makes its way into the villa. Remember though, we're dealing with the Intelligence Division Special Ops here. If I may, I'd like to suggest we also add a support team and a secondary decoy team.
Man, we're really teaming up with teams here. But why do we need all those?
A support team to flank the decoy team isn't a bad idea at all. This can be a lot of resistance after all. And I agree with that in the second decoy team. 2 diversions are better than 1. That's more manpower too.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Even the odds a little, but do we have enough members to spread amongst 4 squads? No, we don't. We've contacted other guild branches, but with their ships grounded, we're pretty much on our own. Well, crap. If only we had Sharon and Agate. Unfortunately, our numbers are such that having split into 2 squads is risky. We may need to re-examine the strategy. Everyone, it is 9:20. I need to go to the bathroom. My computer started so I can have my meeting with my boss. So everyone, this is it for today. What did we get done today? We talked to a lot of people. We talked to Queen Elisa. We met her. We saw Joshua in a maid outfit and Estelle in a maid outfit. We saw Duke Dunn being drunk as fuck. And then we went to talk to everybody, and now we are planning how to carry out the Queen's request. What can you expect next episode? Next episode, we are going to basically just start this conversation, get here and read from that. And then we'll be on the road to saving people and then doing Queen Lisa's request. So that's pretty fun and interesting. And we're nearing the end, everybody. So if you haven't got your votes in for what games I'm going to play after Trails in the Sky, put your vote in chat. Just say, hey, Darren, I vote for this game, and boom, I'll add your vote to the tally. Everyone, if you like what you see, please give me a follow if you're on Twitch, sub if you're on YouTube. If you really like what you see, tell your friends and family about me. Hotline I tell them to watch. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7:30 in the morning to 9:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. If you really, really like what you see, please show your support by going to Patreon, by supporting me on patreon.com, at patreon.com/activefireball. Cool stuff, and I think I'm going to change it to voice acting. Maybe that might do something. I don't know. We'll have to see. Speaking of that, Mom, thanks for the You Are Awesome tier, and Trolling Begging, thank you for the You Are Appreciated tier. With that out of the way, lurkers who are lurking, thank you so very much for lurking. Watchers who are watching, thank you so very much for watching. Bots who are botting, thank you so very much for botting. Love you all, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.